Hey everybody, this is Trevor and you're watching my channel, Social Dilemma. And today I wanted to talk about silver bars and how we can use them for hedging for inflation. Because as everyone knows, unless you've been living in a cave, you can just look at the gas and food prices and how they've completely inflated. And how can we hedge against that? Well, I've got a lot of other videos here on the channel about how we can hedge, like buying, well, especially when it comes to food. So try to buy your food in bulk. If you see it on sale, buy it in larger quantities. Start stocking up on now before the prices get too high. And I've even mentioned before buying food that, even if you don't like it and it's on sale and you think maybe you could trade it down the road for something that you do like, go ahead and do it. So that being one part of hedging for inflation, so, food. But another part I believe is a good thing to do is to invest in silver. Now, this here is a 1 kilogram of fine silver, 999, and I know it's maybe looks small. It just fits in my hand here. That's actually got some good weight to it. That's 1 kilogram of silver. Okay. And then the next bar I'm going to display today is the 10 ounce. This here is, just a 10 ounce bar of fine silver. Again, 999. Nothing fancy to it. Nothing fancy. This particular silver that I have right now comes from the Toronto Dominion Bank here in Canada. So that just has their stamp on it. And then I have the 1 ounce. 1 ounce fine silver, 999. And the reason why I think that having silver in this upcoming inflationary recession time, and I hope to goodness it doesn't go past a recession and turn into a Great Depression 2.0, but if it does, I do think having silver on hand is great for your everyday small transactions, okay? Like this one here, this is obviously you could trade for something, that's worthwhile. I'm 1 kilogram of silver, maybe, it's a bigger transaction. And then obviously you get down to your 10 ounce. It's, still fairly heavy in the hand. So carrying that around isn't, if you want to trade that with someone, you're going to know ahead of time if you're going to trade that with someone, because it still weighs a little bit. But these here, I really, really like the silver 1 ounce bars. And again, I get them as plain as possible. Okay, I don't need anything fancy on them. I don't need the superhero 1 ounce coins or the rounds, anything fancy. I recommend keeping your silver in bars and keeping it or you can have rounds, I suppose, if you want to, but keep it as simple as possible. Okay? Keep it simple, stupid. The KISS theory. Just keep it simple. Having bars of silver, should it be like an HSTF, HSTF situation, maybe fiat currency goes the way of the dodo bird. So, it's good to have, your precious metals on hand, okay? Silver and gold have something that have stood the test of time through all kind of, the collapses of empires. Gold and silver still have great value to them. Okay, so I highly recommend stacking silver in the bar form and keep it plain. And again, I would go more for the 1 ounce coins, but the problem is it's not a problem, but the smaller you fraction the silver and gold as well too, but the more expensive it is. So yeah, it's cheaper to buy the silver in a 1 kilogram stackable bar than it is if you were to buy a kilogram's worth of 1 ounce Silver coins. But the silver coins, they are easier to use in smaller everyday transactions should you have to. I mean, it's just, you could mutually agree with someone as to what you would like to trade with that. And, that's nice and light. You could put those in your pocket. You put, 10 of those in your pocket if you had to. And obviously, yeah, they're going to weigh as much as the 10-ounce one here if you had 10. But I mean, this is getting into some bigger transactions. It's, again, the silver bar, 10-ounce. As opposed, yeah, I'd rather, if you put like half a dozen of these in your pocket if you had to trade, that's good. That's good. But I definitely think that investing in silver right now is a great way to hedge for inflation. Like I've said before, hedge for inflation by stocking up on food, or items like even toilet paper, I guess. If it's on sale and something that you use, stock up on it. We need to hedge for inflation, okay? And, and if things all go good, maybe a year from now, the economy does bounce back somehow and fiat currency's still up there, this is still going to be worth money, right? If you wanted to transfer that back into fiat currency, it's not like you're throwing your money away, okay? It's not like you're going out and, I don't know, drinking a ton of booze or smoking cigarettes every night. That seems like a waste to me. And, I was a smoker, so, I'm not putting that down or anything. I'm just trying to say, like, try to put your money into something that could help you in a grid down situation. Or if if the governments and their central banks and fiat currency somehow make a bounce back, and a year from now, if you wanted to, you could trade that back in for fiat currency. You're not going to lose your money, okay? You're investing in silver. And again, I highly recommend buying silver that is in the bar form and as plain as possible. Okay, nothing fancy. Just silver is silver. I don't need the action heroes on the round 1-ounce coins that, that cost 5 times more. You could buy a 1-ounce silver coin here, just plain bar, just a plain bar of silver. And if you went and bought a 1-ounce silver coin that had whatever action hero, Marvel or DC character on there that you wanted, it's going to cost you at least 5 times more to have that. And I don't see that as a good thing to do. If you're going to buy silver, keep it simple. Okay, you don't need the fancy. But I mean, if you want to buy it, because there are people who want to collect, obviously, gold and silver for collectible purposes. But I don't know. Just for me, I just recommend, hey, go and get the silver as cheap as you can. And I think the best way to get it is in the bar form. Just get a bar of silver. And this looks pretty nice too. It looks nice. It's nice and shiny. But there's nothing fancy about it. Silver, it's silver. And again, when I say silver is silver, silver is silver whether you're in Canada, the U.S., China, Russia, India, Australia, Japan, wherever, okay? Wherever you are. And it's just one of those precious metals that can be used when times are good and times are bad, okay? If you have to trade, if you need some goods to survive for whatever the goods are that you're needing for whether yourself or your family, maybe someone, they'll trade. They'll say, hey, I'll trade you whatever. Maybe, right now that'd be worth about 3 kilograms of chicken. If you just looked at it from a pure trading stance, here in Canada, that 1-ounce silver bar would be, worth about 3 kilograms of skinned, boneless chicken breast. So, I don't know. You just got to think of whatever your needs are. What would you need if the grid situation ever came down? And I think that precious metals are a beautiful way of hedging for that inflation that is definitely here. Okay, and so I recommend if you have any extra fiat currency, Stock up on what you think is valuable. Obviously you can watch my previous videos and see what I think is valuable. And this is one more thing that I think is absolutely necessary to have. Good times, bad times, you're not going to lose out. Okay, you're not going to lose out on stocking up on precious metals such as silver. Okay, and keep it simple, people. Just silver bars. If you're tight on the fiat currency right now, you don't need to buy the fancy coins. Just look for silver bars, and as long obviously make sure that it's authentic. Again, this comes from the Toronto Dominion Bank here in Canada, and fairly safe that's pure silver, and just that's just the way to go. So my recommendation, if you're worried about this inflation, coming recession, or in a recession, I'm going to say, and hopefully not, but if we ever hit a Great Depression 2.0, you will be really thankful. You'll thank your lucky stars if you can go out and buy as much as you can. Do what it takes. Do what it takes. Okay? To go and look at buying a 1 ounce silver bar wherever you live at, okay? And just make sure it's as plain as possible, obviously, as long as it's stamped and it is legitimate silver. Do yourself a favor and start buying the 1 ounce coins. I really, really think the 1 ounce, coins, 1 ounce bars. 1 ounce bars. Please, the cheapest form of silver that you can buy. Not the coins, right? So buy the bars. And I highly recommend going out and do that. Do what it takes. Okay, if that means, you don't have pizza night anymore, or you can have pizza night, but you're not ordering it in. And where I live, to have a pizza night for 2 adults and a kid was costing, $50, $60, $65. I think the last time we bought it. So, go buy yourself frozen pizza and put some extra toppings on yourself. Do what it takes to save money, people. Okay? Ask yourself, is what you're spending your money on necessary? Okay, do you really need that? Do you really need that extra beer or pack of cigarettes or whatever? Do you need to just go out to the restaurant, or can you eat at home? Figure out what you can do to hedge for inflation. Okay, we all need to be doing this. Unless you're like Elon Musk and a billionaire or a millionaire. I mean, I know just from my own personal situation that, we need to do everything we can to hedge for this inflation. And I do believe, buying silver bars is an absolute perfect thing to do, okay? And just look at your situation and figure out what you can do to save money, and maybe once a week order a 1 ounce bar, okay? It's not relatively expensive, but right now that's 1 ounce silver bar here in Canada would buy you about 3 kilograms of boneless, skinless chicken breast, okay? So just do it. Do what it takes, people. Okay, I can't stress this anymore. Do what it takes for you to find an extra $5, $10 here and there. Okay, do what it takes. Because I don't see a year from now that the fiat currency is going to be all that strong, okay? I just don't think it is. Every country seems to be in a lot of trouble right now. They've kicked the can of inflationary debt down the road to the point, especially over the last 50 years. I mean, especially since the United States took their fiat currency off the gold standard and, basically put it on the military standard. We've been kicking the can down the road so long that it's a massive mountain in front of us now. So please try to do whatever you can to save a few bucks up and buy silver bars, and just, again, as plain as you can get them. They don't have to be fancy, okay? That's all I really want to say today about that. But I do love silver. I love the look of it. It's absolutely, even in great times too, this is a fun thing to have and to look at, right? So I always like gold and silver. So now I'm putting more, any shred of extra dollars I have now is going to be going into silver bars. Most likely, I'm going to be stocking up more on the 1 ounce bars, but just because I'm just seeing if in times get really, really, really bad, these are going to be easier to carry around and trade with people than the kilogram bar. Again, it looks kind of small in my hand there, but again, that's 1 kilogram of pure silver there, fine 999 silver. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much more, but please do whatever it takes, people, to figure out ways to save money and just ask yourself, do I need to spend my money on on this good or service? Okay, when I can take that money and use it towards buying something that's going to hedge for inflation. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate all the likes, the comments, and the sharing. And just try to have a good day and stay free. Okay? Bye bye.